Hello guys, King Happy here, and welcome back to Vanilla Minecraft. And I will be perfectly honest, I've been trying to record this for 7 hours now, multiple attempts, and I've actually gone and done most of what I was going to do in the episode, but I wanted to have a talking episode today, so I want to talk to you about some things that I really have in my mind. I want to talk about FTB and sort of the future of Vanilla Minecraft and of Minecraft in general really, and how I feel about it, and also why I haven't been putting out too many vanilla videos. So first one, I'm going to show you what I've done so far, because I have spent quite a while planning this out already and videoing it, but I just don't want to ramble on, and hopefully some of you want to listen to what I have to say today. So what I've got in here is the mushroom farm. Now I had quite a few little comments over the last number of vanilla Minecraft videos that they want to see a automatic mushroom farm, and this is what I came up with, and I went through building it on video and everything else, but I just talked too much and got a bit sidetracked. So I want to do the showing off, then I want to talk about some things and do some cuts, and then I'll finish off this, and then we'll see the result for the end of the video. So hopefully it'll be nice and ordered in that way, and I'll try and script myself something to say. So what this is meant to be a totally automated farm just for mushrooms. So all we have is a chest here. I'm just going to go into it, pick out the mushrooms, and that'll be it. That's what was requested, and that's what I wanted to do. So let's have a little look at how this works and the principles behind it. And I can't get in there because of the stupid hitbox on the chests. Now we are in 1.5 snapshot, so we're in 13W10A. By the time you see this, which is probably the next day or so, it'll probably be a new snapshot by then. Hopefully the release will be out soon. But there are so many problems in these snapshots, it's unreal. It seems every time they try and fix some things, they break it again. The comparators, elevators and things, they're broken again. Texture packs are still broken. I still see particles around the sides of things where the textures aren't actually aligned properly on the packs. I haven't even seen that raised as a ticket either, which is annoying. So, principles on these mushrooms. Mushrooms will only spread if there is less than 5 of the same type in a 9 by 9 square, which is 3 high. So this one here, this red one, will only grow if there are less than 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this square, 4 by 4 around it, so 9 by 9 together, and then 3 above and 3 below. Actually it should be 1 above and 1 below, making 3 in total. Yep. So what I've designed here is a way that this one here, if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, won't see this one. So it's saying that I can spawn up to 4 more before I stop growing and stop spreading. And that's the whole principle of this. I've spaced them so that each type is far enough away from the other one so that it won't be seen. And with these are the seed mushroom, and all the mushrooms are going to come down here because they spread quite far away from the initial one. I didn't expect that when I was doing the planning. I just harvested it so they're not actually showing up, but some of them will spawn over here. So one might go, let's say red one here, one might spawn there for this one, and I wasn't quite expecting that. So what I did, I was going to have just a single stream here and a single stream here, and so like a walkway. But as they spawn in the middle as well, I made this so that, I'll show you actually, there is a 4 wide water stream on that side. So up here, we're going to set up a waterway. So what I'm going to have is a timer set so that every now and then, not very often, the waterways will just let go and push all the mushrooms that are spawned, to show you that, into the hoppers. And I've got fence gates here so that I can walk up and down. I don't really need them because they should push the water into the middle equally, and then the stuff will go through the hoppers. But it just makes it I can walk up and down. It looks quite nice. I would love to have netherrack, nether brick fence gates, but I don't think we'll be expecting anything like that anytime soon. Although really they should be in anyway. So that's kind of showed you what I've done so far, and all I've done is got some little wiring underneath it with some pistons, just bring it up and down. And I will show you quickly what I was playing with, because with dispensers there is another bug in them now for this version, Let's put it down here. I put a water bucket in him, and I just power him with a lever. I have one on me. Let's see. I don't have a lever on me. Do I have any wood? I have one wood. Oh, no, there's wood in there. Bear with me one moment. I'll just make this, because this really surprised me, and Pricey had told me about this actually as well. Yeah. So they did update how blocks update, to put it strictly. They had some items like dispensers and droppers that weren't being activated by redstone blocks, and they supposedly fixed that. And at the same time, they went and broke my dropper elevator. I have designed another one that does work, but they don't work how I want them to. They're not on demand, they are sort of clocked based, which I just don't want to put into a world. But at the moment, the furnace down there, the automatic furnace that I did a little while ago, works perfectly well because it doesn't use droppers going upwards. Oh, not that one, actually, this one over here. Which I'm really quite pleased with that I did build this one, because I said before that this design was then irrelevant because the droppers and the design I made for the video work good. And this design does more than one furnace, so it does more than one item at a go. That's why you need one of these. With the design I made for the channel, and got quite a lot of views on it actually, the automatic hipster furnace thing, all below ground, works perfectly fine still with the droppers being changed because it does one item a go. Anything more than one item and it would stop. Well, it would only put through one item, and with that furnace design, only using one furnace, it would be perfectly fine. So now I'm going to look on to a couple of things I want to talk about before I go and finish that mushroom farm. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things that I want to see in vanilla Minecraft going forward. So I'm going to set up a couple of things and get my words together, and then I'll be back to you. Okay, so when we got the update when we could then use dispensers to dispense bone meal onto things like trees and all sorts of things, and actually you can use it on mushrooms as well. I don't really see anyone that showed that, and I'll show you now. Just like so. So I got really excited when we use it on trees, crops, mushrooms. No, I didn't even think you could do it on mushrooms until I tried it today. When I was doing my testing for the mushroom farm down there, I thought maybe you could do that, and it did work. Not a practical thing for an AFK farm, but a good thing to do anyway. So I thought, well, we can do flower farms now, we can do seed farms. No, we can... Oh. No, we can't. Why can't we make grass and flowers with dispensers? Why not? I don't understand. No? Bone meal on grass equals flowers and everything else. No, the whole point was that we're doing things that we can do ourselves, so those farms could be put fertilizer on it. No, why can't we do that? Bizarre. I don't know why. No, I really don't know why they didn't add that in. You can do everything else, but you can't do that. And there are some things with Minecraft in vanilla that are frustrating me, and I'm not saying preventing me from playing, but making me prefer learning Feed the Beast. We'll just say that. Another thing is minecarts. I've had to go up with this already before in a previous episode. I want to do something with these minecarts. Transport in vanilla is a thing that is lacking. Now you can use nether to go places fast. There isn't really any good transport things, and you can put minecarts through portals now, especially the chest ones, that works. But there's no way to force them to go through apart from using powered rails and things. There's no way to have some sort of engine. If I put coal in here like I have so, and try and push this thing through, it doesn't accept it, the hoppers don't interact with it, there's no inventory for it, doesn't do anything. You can't link it to anything, you can't have it pull a cart, you can't have it push a cart very well either. The whole reason for these, they were meant to push carts, I think, and when carts get away from them, then they just don't work. So they're just complete useless content now. It does annoy me a little bit. So I would love to have train stations and things out of these where you could turn them on, turn them off, fill them up, refuel them and everything else. But anyway, that's enough of that one. With 1.5 though, from the last load of snapshots, the last month and a half or so, 2 months of snapshots we've had for 1.5, they've been very frustrating for me in my world. I've been trying to design stuff and do stuff. I've been planning them out in creative and designing them, making sure they work. Waiting a couple of days for the snapshot breaks them, and the cycle continues. So I just haven't possibly been able to put videos out for vanilla. I don't like doing random videos, doing things that I don't really want to do. I'm not a builder, I don't enjoy building. Doing things at the spawn I kind of enjoy because I'm kind of sort of doing something different, but just building for the sake of building is just, I just can't do it. It's not in me as a thing. I just can't do it. But I'm glad that this bud switch in this works very well. I built this as the 1.5 snapshots were coming out, and people said, oh no, don't build that, it will be broken. And I'm pleased to say that it's one of a number of still remaining working bud switches, so maybe I will do a tutorial on that sometime, because that is such an OP sugarcane farm. It does something like 20 stacks an hour or something stupid. Still need to turn it off because it's clogging up my nether, and no, I just enjoy doing these things. So lately I haven't had much time to do videos at all, just in general. That still works. Because at the moment I'm working on a placement. I'm currently a university student in my 3rd year, technically, out of 4, and on this I'm doing a placement year, so I'm working for a big company doing some quite stressful work, with a lot of money riding on it for the business, so there's a lot of pressure on it, and I'm not that great with pressure, well, I'm not great with stress. I do stress about things that I shouldn't do. I'm sort of a perfectionist. I don't like doing things half-assed, especially when it comes to doing videos and such. I really put effort into it. You are people. It doesn't matter how old you are, if you're old, you're young. I'm taking time out of your day and not forcing you to watch things, but I'm providing you with something to watch and entertain you. And if I don't think it's going to entertain you, or if you're going to be interested in it, I don't want to post it. I'm doing this today because I really have some things to say, and a lot of the YouTubers I know have been doing videos like this, and it's not quite what they're doing. And sort of talking about the whole thing with YouTube getting harder for smaller people like me. It really is hard to grow for people my size. We just don't get the exposure. It's good for some small channels when they get huge exposure from big channels. They can grow really fast. A lot of the people that were smaller than me when we started and we've been friends together have suddenly spiraled miles bigger than me in days, literally days, because a group of people have given them likes off of big channels and they've just exploded because of that. Now, YouTube is not strictly how good your content is, it's how many people get to watch it and share it, and that's something that I've really been struggling with. I haven't got much time. I'm working full time at the moment, and I come home at 5-6 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time I'm sorted some stuff out and ready to record, it's late, and even now it's really late, and I should be doing some other things like going to sleep, but I just really enjoy doing videos and having something to show you guys, because who doesn't like showing off what they've done? It's just natural, isn't it? And the reason I like doing this YouTube stuff is that it does boost some confidence, especially when there's some people that give you comments saying that I really enjoy what you do, kind of I respect that you've taken time out of what you could be doing for something else. I could go play an extra, or not play an extra, go work an extra hour at my job and earn far more money than this would pay in a year, kind of thing. There's no monetary incentive in YouTube for channels my size. I respect the people that do it for a living, but it's kind of not what I'm going towards. So for FTB, I'll talk about that very briefly and then we get on with this. Feed the Beast, I am playing a lot of Feed the Beast. My single player on there at the moment is kind of turned into my main Let's Play that I've been playing on. I've been playing on it like this. I normally play on this just to relax, and at the moment that FTB is the one I'm doing it on. And I'm relaxing on that because it's interesting, it's new, there's things in it that kind of open more dimensions to Minecraft. I've said before I don't like mods, and I still don't like mods in general. Mod pack is a different thing to a mod. There's certain YouTubers which are actually very, very popular, that actually have Let's Plays like this, but then add mods into it to, quote, enhance vanilla. I don't agree with that. No, vanilla is vanilla. There are challenges in it we're trying to overcome. And that's really good. But there are some things in it that don't help vanilla. Things like when we were able to transport things upwards, like with the lifts that I designed. No, they open up whole realms of possibilities in Minecraft. No, all sorts of new automated systems. No, the whole thing of Minecraft is a lot of us want to have automatic systems. They want automatic farms. We want to have really cool things that work, redstone things that work. And on that as well, there's a lot of redstone channels that I'm friends with actually, and that I like watching. And I've seen zero content from them in the last 2 months, I think. Pretty much zero content. They've been actually playing other games instead, because the redstone update is just breaking everything, and it's not adding a huge amount more things to the game. There are some cool components and such. I'm sure we'll find uses for them, but basic things we've been relying on since the start, they've kind of broken, and it's kind of disheartening. But on the FTB stuff, I've been playing lots of FTB because I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying playing on the FTB server we have. I'm enjoying single player. I'm enjoying the challenges and the learning aspect of it. I'm a very technical person. I like learning. Not even a geeky thing. I just like being able to enhance what I'm doing, and it interests me. And as I always have to have something to do, I'm sort of a workaholic, I guess. I can't not do something. Even when I'm playing this, I would be watching videos in the background. I'm doing research stuff. I'm doing all sorts of things. I just need that kind of stuff to do, focus as much. But on the FTB, just to wrap the FTB stuff around, I'm doing it because I'm having fun on it. But a lot of YouTubers doing it now because Minecraft is doing it, and it's suddenly become incredibly popular and publicised. And if you notice, a lot of those sort of people are basically their Feed the Beast has taken over their channels, and they've grown very well from it. The market for Feed the Beast is ginormous at the moment. They've sort of come off the end of the tech groups, which is fair enough for them. They're growing very, very nicely from that, which I respect. I say quite a lot of times I may be disgruntled that some channels are growing really fast. Some of my friends that are growing really fast, I may sort of not want to wish them well on it, but it's they've been able to do it. I respect that. It's good for them. I can feel slightly bad that I may think that I deserve it more, or myself I think I deserve it more. It's just a sort of a selfish thing in that, but it's just how it really goes. I should be doing more networking and such, but I just don't have the physical time. Just an unfortunate thing. But yeah, on the FTB stuff, I'll just clear that up finally. I'm doing it because of fun. A lot of other people are doing it because it's making them more money or helping them earn a living or everything else. But because of that, the sort of market for vanilla has dried up. Not only you've got a couple of comments here and there saying, "Oh, where is the vanilla stuff? I'd like you to do some more vanilla videos." And the reason is because it's just been so terribly hard to do videos on vanilla recently. But also, kind of the vanilla market is drying up at the moment, is my impression anyway. It's just my impressions, don't expand this to the whole thing. But I do feel some of the big YouTubers that are focusing just on Feed the Beast are kind of killing the vanilla market because they control such a huge amount of that sort of audience, and makes it really hard for people like me to keep making and innovating and doing new stuff when people just go to Feed the Beast and say, "Oh, you could just use a pipe for that or something else," because it just kind of detracts from the vanilla experience. And it's sad to see, but you can see why they do it. But I just hope that they realise that they don't want to kill the whole Minecraft thing because of the FTB. If the FTB goes downwards, or they sort of complete it, I don't want them to have nothing to fall back on. And that's just what concerns me. I know a lot of the big servers are kind of drying up activity and for vanilla, and just we'll see what happens there. But yeah, let's get on with doing this timer, and then I'll talk a little bit more after that. So see you in a bit. Okay, so the timer is done. I took inspiration from my sugarcane farm actually, and I came up with this, and it's quite a simple concept, but I think it's a very good little thing to do. And this is a roughly a 10-minute timer, auto resetting, never ending 10-minute timer. Not going to be exact, I think it can be between 5 and 40 minutes, something like that. It's just a long timer, and that's what I wanted. I'm quite pleased with this actually. I'm just using a sugarcane update with the same setup I have for the sugarcane farm. So sugarcane grows 1, nothing happens. That takes about 5 minutes. Not always 5 minutes, can be above, can be below. We're not going to go into the exacts, it doesn't need to be exact. And then the next one goes, Oris null actually gets changed, pulse goes around, holds the pulse on for a certain amount of time, then turns it back off. Then when sugarcane grows again, it will happen again. So all this is doing is putting out a off pulse every so often, and that's just releasing these pistons and letting the water out. So we tested this is actually going to be working. I did test this briefly, but we just see if practice makes perfect. We just fill up some mushrooms, trying to pretend that this is how much has grown in 10 minutes. Just try and be nice and roughly. Now, if this is too slow a timer or too fast, I can adjust it quite simply with the different repeaters. Oh, that's not a mushroom. So there, that would be a full sort of farm, and then we'll just assume this grows. Be a little bit of lag from pistons. Okay, mushrooms go out, and the only test is if there's any mushrooms left afterwards. Oh, there is one. One there. One there. Just 2. So quite a high success rate. Now I can just have the timer on for longer if I want to. I could have a separate timer, just doing like a minute timer or something if I really needed to. But a pulse here is good enough, and I'm not really going to be too concerned with saving every single one. But I think it's a nice little thing I've done there. I really found it interesting. It's one of these things that you can do in vanilla, which is really satisfying. Doing something really simple that works really well and reliably. Over time, I think that will work perfectly well. Yeah, I think that's done actually for the farm. Oh, there is one there though. That's popped off in a very weird way. But yeah, as long as I get most of them every single time it harvests, then that's a win-win, isn't it? It's free mushrooms. Not that mushrooms actually have any use. A little bit in brewing, but the red mushrooms have no use at all. I got mushrooms up there actually to do mushroom stew if I need to. But yeah, there's a good little fun thing sort of left in the game. And I think I'll just finish now. We're talking about what kind of future I think Minecraft has. And of course, there's only my own opinions. I know certain YouTubers that I'm friends with may disagree with me in this. Just this is how I feel that it's going at the moment, from seeing a lot of games go from development to finalization, we'll say. And I think that Mojang are looking towards catering for the PvP markets, especially with the recent updates, the scoreboards, and the dings when you hit people with arrows, the usability for servers, the server side TNT fixes and all that. There's a lot of things in it that they're trying to make more streamlined for PvP, which makes sense. There is a huge amount of players for Minecraft that do the PvP stuff. They do these Hunger Game things and raid servers and griefing servers. I don't understand griefing servers, I really don't. Maybe someone can explain that to me, apart from mindless destruction and random stuff, which you could do on anything. Meh. But yeah, that's why I see where it's going to be going. I can see them really catering towards that, which is a good thing. I enjoy the PvP maps that we do, but the whole vanilla stuff, I find the whole thing with filters and spawners and all this sort of stuff to do custom maps and little custom toys and things are just trying to replicate random variables in a computer program kind of thing. They're not really Minecraft. No, you could go and simulate that in something else and do it much better. I don't think using spawners to do that sort of thing is clever. Of course it's a nice impressive thing to do, but I don't think it's really at the sort of heart of what vanilla should be looking at to doing. But yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do today. I hope you have enjoyed my ramblings. If you have stuck with the video this far, do tell me. give me some feedback. I don't think I'll be doing one of these again ever, and if I do, it had to be a serious update for the channel. But I'm just saying, when 1.5 finishes and comes out and I get some time, I will do normal videos on this. But keeping up 3 LPs while working full time and having other commitments as well, like for instance my girlfriend's coming this weekend, so I'm really going to struggle for content this week. Sort of a lot of pressure on myself for that. But yeah, hopefully you guys understand where I'm coming from on these sort of things, and maybe can give some suggestions. And maybe you might want to see some PvP maps, maybe you can suggest something else. Nice to hear from you guys as always, so thank you for joining me, and thank you for staying with me this far if you have. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next time.